What is going on, guys? Madden 24. Now, this video, we're just talking about the gear for your players, like your created players and real players too. You can change their gear too, but I believe you can anyway when you edit the players. But anyway, we're gonna look at some of the new gear here. Now, this video, we're gonna be looking at PlayStation 4 and 5, okay? Because they're not the same, okay? I'm gonna show you something. When I go to appearance, in the video, I'm not talking about the faces, but as you can see, the helmet is not on them. So you can get a better look at your created player. I like that. Get a closer, better look at what your guy looks like so that you can get something closer to whatever it is that you're trying to do with your created player. Because before you just see these pictures and it's like sometimes you might get a little surprised when you see your guy like, I didn't know he looked it like that because the picture is not 100%. I mean, well, it is, but it's kind of at a distance, and you can't really get a good enough look at what your player looks like. And if you're creating a real person, or if you're making up a guy, what the player looks like, you want to see. You want a closer look at what your player is going to look like. So this is good here, but that's not what we're talking about in this video. That's a separate video. We're not, I don't know why I went to physique. We're talking about apparel, and we're going to switch from PlayStation 4 and 5. We're going to be going back and forth, okay? Now, I'm going to start by telling you the helmets in this, they did a lot of cool stuff with the helmets, basically. You select your helmet brand. Let me go to helmet brand. That right there was face mask. Let's go to helmet. So here's your helmet brands. Now, as you can see, I got this futuristic helmet brand. I mean, it's very futuristic. It looks hockey, and it's called Vicus 02 Trench. And I'm not too familiar with all these names of helmets. I'm sure people who play football currently are very familiar with all this stuff, but I'm just not, Right out Axiom, okay? And you got some really old school stuff, man. I'm gonna show you something. You got this here, man. This is like 60s, 50s. This is not even I don't even think that's even it. Maybe 70s, but it's definitely not 80s. Okay. Then you got this. Looks more like this might be 90s. I don't know, late 90s maybe. This is definitely 80s or 90s. It's not current. Okay. So you have these huge variety of helmets that you can choose from, and some people may think that this stuff is no big deal. Me personally, I like to immerse in this stuff when I'm coming up with these created players. And we're going to talk about this because the face masks and helmets, like this is the one I selected. That looks like a hockey mask, man. Look at that. It looks like a hockey mask. It really does. So let's go ahead and go to face mask because the face mask, each helmet brand is only compatible with certain face masks. So when you see the red explanation mark, that is the ones that you can't wear with that brand of mask. Now, if you go there, they'll give it to you, but they're going to change your helmet brand. If you don't want to do that, which I don't, I like the brand that I got, so I'm going to look for face masks that fit this one. And all these are like futuristic, current-looking masks. They look like hockey masks, It's like the face masks that come with this are more like squeezed to the interior of the face, more like, and the old school ones are more like kind of bulging out. Like, that's an older one. This is not too old, but it's the one that I'm wearing might be the newest model. I really don't know. As you can see, just look at it, man. It looks like a hockey mask. It looks like a hockey mask. These are just your face masks, and of course, you got your visors too. And I'm just looking at look at this, man. Now that is old right there, man. That's like a lineman from the 60s, man. That's 60s, 70s lineman. That's exactly what that is. If you want to create historic players and put them in the current NFL, you can give them their gear that they had back then and kind of put them in there like they came from a time machine or something. Kind of like a dream or something like that, if you want to do that, if that's what you want to do. I'm wondering if you play Ultimate Team and you get those old players, do they have that old gear? I don't play Ultimate Team. I never have, so I don't know the answer to that. But look at that. I like that futuristic stuff. I definitely like that. So if I go with that and I go here, There's a lot to cover, man, because there's a lot in this. And stay with me. I'm gonna switch to the PlayStation 4 version because it is different. It's a different layout. It's more because they've changed the layout on this. Look at that. That looks really cool right there, man. Like, imagine playing for like that. That would look really cool with a Falcons uniform, man. Let me switch to the Falcons uniform because I just think that would look really cool with that uniform. Let me go to my team here. I want to use the Falcons because oh, look at that, man. That looks crazy. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's go ahead and go to edit appearance again. Go to my gear. Look at that, man. That is an awesome look right there. I almost want to be the Falcons just because I don't know, but that's a really really awesome look right there. I definitely like that. I would even change his face mask. I mean, change this. I might give him a black. Look at the color of that face mask. That's really cool, man. Look at that. Let's give him a black one. You can go with no face mask if you want, but I mean no mouthpiece if you want. But I'm definitely gonna have one. I'm gonna go black all. The Falcons, man, this looks really cool. I like that. That list looks incredibly awesome. And the players look so much realer in this. They're on par. They're pretty much on par with NBA 2K as far as realism and how good the players look. Let's look at something else now, because I gotta kind of rush through this video a little bit because I'm doing PlayStation 4 and 5. I'm gonna switch to the PS4. Just stay with me. Don't take off. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna show you something that I didn't see in any of the other Madden games. Okay, that is your mismatched shoes and mismatched gloves. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you were able to mismatch your your shoes with kickers, like because kickers do that. Now, as you can see, this is only my left hand, so that's funny because let's say I want to go that from my left hand. In my right hand, I want a different brand. That's still Nike. Let's say I want two different brands, man, like Adidas. So I'm gonna sit there and rock Adidas and Nike. Look at that. That's crazy, man. I can actually do that in this. So I could rock Adidas, Nike. Now watch this. I could do that with my shoes too. Like, I'm gonna watch this. This is crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna wear a Nike on my left foot. Okay. Let's see here. Are these my shoes? No, these are my socks. Okay, let me go to my. No, I need my shoe. Left shoe. I'm gonna wear a Nike left shoe and a Adidas. Look at that, man. This is crazy, man. You could do that. You could wear. Well, wait a minute. Did they change both to? Oh, they changed them both now. Left shoe model. See, look. What is going on here? This is weird. It's like you have to wear certain colors. But look, let me see. I'm wearing Jordans on that one. And then this one I got, wait a minute, hold on. My left shoe, no, my right shoe is like a generic shoe. Okay, it looks like you can't, if you wear mismatched shoes, one has to be generic, is what it looks like. So I got one Jordan shoe, because if I switch this side to, let's say I switch this side to Adidas, or, where's my Adidas at, man? Right here. Then they're going to take that Nike away, and they're gonna take that Nike shoe off. That's what they're gonna do. But I can go with the Jordan shoe and the generic. But look at my gloves. I have an Adidas on one side, the Nike on the other. So my dude is like totally just crazy looking, right? Now let's go back to his arms, okay? Okay. Let's say I want this sleeve on that side, then on this side, I'm just gonna do this. Look how sloppy my guy looks, man. It just looks ridiculous. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know. I might do that. I don't know if I'm going to mismatch my shoes and gloves. I probably won't do that. I might mismatch some gloves on a created. player, obviously you're not gonna have an endorsement deal with both. That's just not gonna happen because nobody's gonna sign you if you're signed to somebody else. Of course, give my guy this here. Look at all this stuff you can do with your guy, man. This is really, really cool. Okay, so as you can see, we can do all this stuff here. You've already seen that I can mismatch my gloves, mismatch my shoes. You've seen all that, right? So now we're getting ready to switch to the PS4 version because it is different. So now we're on the PlayStation 4 version. Now, I'm going to show you something because the equipment is different in this. You can't really look at the guy's face. I don't believe you can. See? So this one is like last year. You cycle through the brands and they automatically just give you, and then you cycle through the face mask options that come with that brand. So that's basically how this works. It's kind of always, this is pretty much last year's version. That's really all it is. I don't know about the gloves and stuff. I'm not sure about that, but this, you can't get an up close look. Like, let me take a look at his appearance. You know, when you select your skin tone here, just like last year. It's no different than last year. It's the same thing. Then you go through these here, but you don't get to look at your player up close, like with the helmet off, like in the PlayStation 5 version. So that's different. This is basically just like last year. Okay, so let's take a look here. Can I mismatch my? Let's see. You could definitely mismatch your gloves. Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, you can mismatch your gloves on here too. You was able to do that last year too. You was able to wear one glove on one side, another one on the other. Let me see something here. Like if I want to wear, there sure is a lot of Nike in there. They have a lot of gloves on here, man. They really do. So look, there I go. A Nike on one, Adidas on the other. What about my shoes? Now here's the difference. This one, you can't mismatch the shoes. Now, you can't wear the generic shoe on one side and the Nike or Adidas on the other. You just wear a pair of shoes, which is fine because it only makes sense. You can mismatch the shoes for a kicker when you in the PlayStation 5 version if you create a player, but like I said, this right here is pretty much like last year. It's not really any different there. So there's nothing really to look at here as far as I know. Let me take a look here. See, look, even your pad height, you have that on here. You know what I'm saying? You got size. So all that's the same on here as last year. It's not like the PlayStation 5 version where it's like a lot different. So they didn't really they didn't change nothing. I don't see anything different here. This is like Madden 23. I mean, it's not really any different. So that's what we have on PlayStation 4. We just have a copy and paste from last year. And I did a gameplay video on this as well, and it's not really looking different to me. It doesn't feel different or anything like that. So, that's basically the side note that I want to add to this video. If you play PlayStation 4, you're not going to see anything different, even though the PS5 one is, changed quite a bit on Creative Player when it comes to their appearance. Anyway, that's this video. Just wanted to take a close look at the equipment.